cost too much money. A small bike was all he could buy. He covers it up on his carport, and if anyone saw it, he'd die. He acts just as tough as his buddies. They drink Harley Davidson beer, and he tells anyone that will listen he's buying a panhead next year. And we all laugh and think it's so funny, especially when we hear him say, right now I've just got me a Honda, but I'll have a Harley someday. Well, he don't take his bike to Daytona, but he carries his helmet along, and the Iron Horse saloon shirt he's wearing says Bikeweek 1981. He's a wannabe, ought-to-be tough guy, with long hair and chains on his boots. But he works 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, in loafers and Ivy League suits. And we all laugh and think it's so funny, especially when we hear him say, right now I'm just learning to ride, man. But I'll have a Harley someday. Well, he's thinking about getting a tattoo. Or maybe an earring or two. And as much as I hate to admit it, I do know what he's going through. But we still call him an old weekend warrior. And he's wearing that old faded Harley hat. But the one thing we forget to remember is we all started out just like that.
Well, I hope you guys turned that up. So anyway, welcome to number 2 of hopefully 6 of the live chat of the Daytona Bikeweek of 2023. So today's guests, we have Dave. Some of you may see him on YouTube, Dave's Crazy Trailer. And we're going to talk to him today about a lot of things. So here we are. We're going to introduce Dave.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, Dave?
How's everybody doing? How about them Bengals today, huh?
And while we're talking about that, I got to pour me a beer.
You know me. I got my coffee cup.
Yes, buddy. That was a game.
It was snowing anyway. We got a lot of snow too.
We got about 5 inches here.
We did too. We got a lot. So that puts the brakes on working on that trailer, you know.
You want to go stand out there and be like a snowman?
Yeah, no, and we've had a lot of cold weather and snow, but I will get it finished.
You will get
for those that are following along.
You got about, I know you're leaving probably before I am. I know I got 6 weeks.
Yeah. I'm probably leaving about little after mid-February.
Okay, so it's really coming for you then.
Yeah.
But you're going on a cruise.
Yeah, I'm going on a cruise.
So what are you going to do? You going to ride your bike down there and meet the family down here, or what?
Yeah, I'm going to ride down and then right to the cruise ship. We're leaving out of where the rockets go off.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Down that direction, you know.
Canaveral?
Cape Canaveral, yeah.
Cape Canaveral, that's it.
Yeah, my brain.
Okay, I want to say hi to everybody here real quick, and then we're going to get into talking. Yep. Who day, Triple D? Who day? I don't want to touch too much on the Bengals. I want to talk about Daytona, but Kansas City's afraid.
I was going to say, I don't think Kansas City's too afraid, are they now?
They're afraid.
It's going to be a good game next week, and I don't even watch them.
They're 0-3 against the Bengals. All right, we're done. Cheers, ZZ.
We'll find out who's crying next week, right?
Hey, it's going to be a good game. What's up, RAThbun? Yeah, Triple D, 6 weeks. I should probably put these on here while I'm doing this.
There you go. Now I can read them.
Yep. That would help, wouldn't it?
At least find out who's on.
Yeah, let's see. We got RAThbun says hello, Dave.
Hey. Hopefully we meet him down in Daytona. RAThbun, that is.
I plan on it. He's going to be there, so we're going to make time. I missed him last year because it seemed like everywhere he was, I was completely on the other side of town. So I'm going to make sure that we hook up this year.
There you go.
I don't know what is that first word? Packing up. Oh, okay, packing. Okay, I got you. Packing a bowl. Crap on a cracker. Crap on a cracker. What's up? And what's up, Highway Vixen? Glad you stopped by.
Are they getting snow there?
I don't know.
Ain't she from South Dakota?
She's on the east side of South Dakota.
They're probably getting a lot of snow.
Yeah. So let's see. I put you up here. Who we have? Let's see. Let's talk about Daytona first, and then we'll get into your 48 and 48.
Oh, okay, that'd be fine.
Because I know you got the map there behind you. These shouldn't take too long. Just a few questions, but how long have you been going to Daytona?
I've been going since 2003, and I've probably only missed maybe 2, maybe 3 times in all that time.
So you're a veteran, just like RAThbun, huh? Been going there for a while.
I'm still an amateur.
You're still an amateur?
Yeah. I can tell you where the good places are to eat, but other than that,
I'm getting to that. Well, actually, I don't think I have the eating places on here, but let's just go ahead and do that question now since I don't have it wrote down. What are your favorite places to eat?
Oh, well, I can think of 3. Pat's is my favorite. Pat's and it's right on the it's on a bay side where there's a dock and stuff there. You just have to look it up. Take my word for it.
Right.
And
I know I ate there twice this last year when I was down there, and
it's very good.
Yes.
I forgot the one where we broke into.
Is that Steve's?
Steve's, I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's a story.
They knocked the door or whatever. I don't know what they did that day.
We could have had a free meal, huh?
That was kind of weird though. You walk in and nobody's there. Music's playing. Go to the bathroom and come back out. Where's everybody at? Look on the door. There's they closed an hour or 2 before that.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
It was kind of hilarious. It was like, what the heck?
And then the police officer rolled up behind me. I thought he was getting us for that, but I think I wasn't wearing my seatbelt.
I don't know. Next time. Well, they said their door lock. The next day they said their door lock was broke or not working or something. I said, oh, okay. Because we actually told them.
So you got Steve's. I think next morning we went there and ate breakfast.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
and said, "How come you didn't lock your door yesterday?"
Yeah, that's funny.
But another place is good. It's and actually I think it might have changed names, but it's right under the Viaduct Bridge. Trying to think, off of the Speedway highway, I think. Anyway, it's right underneath the bridge as you go over off the one there.
Cool. And those are all mom and pop places?
Yes. The one, it's kind of it's on a dock, and it's not, you go up, it's not really a building, it's just a big, there's a roof over it, but it's, I forgot the name of it right offhand, but I think last year or 2 years ago that it was actually closed. You know, the flu might have put it out of business. I don't, you never know. There's a lot of that's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, I got that Aunt Catfish on my list here, Triple D.
Oh yes, and Catfish. That's a good place.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm making my list.
I usually eat there once a year anyway.
Right. And Krabby's. I think I ate at Krabby's for dinner, I think, last year.
I'm not sure where that one's at.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the one that's right on the beach. If that's the right one I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll have to have a meetup or something at Pat's one morning.
That's what we're going to have to do. I know we had talked about a meet and greet, but I know that I'm going to have to get with Highway Vixen. I know she's wanting to do something, and so it would be nice if I can get everybody who's want to be down there in one spot.
We could take over Pat's real easy. There ain't much.
Very easy. You might have to call them and let them know that.
They'll say, "Come on in, put your name on the list."
They got that big old picnic table outside.
They do have that out there, yes. Yeah. But I've never had any problems of getting in. You know, maybe waiting 10 minutes.
Yeah, they were pretty fast when I was.
And I go there every year, more than once usually.
What, you ever heard of that Yayas? We got Triple D saying Yayas, beachside bar.
I have not. No.
Yayas. I'm gonna make a note.
If anybody's got any suggestions, I'm always willing to check out a place to eat.
Exactly. That's why I'm making notes, because you know, this is how we figure out where all the good places are. We just, you know, everybody in the comments is helping out, and you know,
There's
know a lot of places
too. For breakfast, Hereford's steak and eggs.
Is that the one we went to like 3-4 times?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Hereford's.
Hereford's.
Or Heffords. I think Hereford's.
Yeah, right there in that little, I call them strip mall.
It is in a strip mall, yes.
Yep.
And it's on the one.
It's on the one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. What is your favorite things to do during Bike Week?
I like going to the Iron Horse and listen to music at night, but who knows if David Allen Coe is going to be there this year. Every year I'd go see at least probably a couple of his concerts, but he's, you know.
He probably won't be there.
He's probably not going to be there. I like going down to the lighthouse. Yeah. If you've never been there, you always got to go to the lighthouse and go to the top. That's always fun.
No, I didn't get a chance to do that.
Oh, you got to go do the lighthouse. It'll give you a good workout.
Give you a good workout. I've been up in some lighthouses. Had to walk up the steps.
Yeah, you can go up in it. And then there's always, I like going out and hang out in Main Street. Usually early evening is a good time to hang out there, because everybody has to go down Main Street.
Right. What's this?
Points Inlet. That's where the lighthouse is, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've got to make sure we get around to that this year. Some of this I've not done yet. So.
And there's also a good seafood place right across the street from that lighthouse. It's a good place to go to.
Cool.
It's got a big pirate stand out there. I can't remember the name of it, but it's right across from. You can't miss it. It's right across from the lighthouse there.
Cool. So, kind of touching on your favorite things to do. I mean, what would you recommend?
What would I recommend?
What
Well,
would you recommend doing during bike week?
You got to go do the ride. They call it the loop. But that would be one of the first things. But if you really want to go see some excitement and entertainment, go watch the vintage motorcycle races. Some of them they race with no brakes on them. They're like old bikes with no brakes. Them dudes are.
Is that in the Speedway?
It starts with a V. It's not at Daytona Speedway.
Okay.
It's somebody probably knows it there. It starts with V. Anyway, it's a small dirt. It's a dirt track. That's always good to go watch. That's some pretty excitement to watch them. The vintage races. Now, I have actually never went to the Daytona Speedway and watched. Well, I did watch them. They were practicing one year. You used to be able to ride and go to the center, and then you could watch them ride around you. But I think they kind of put a halt to that. But yeah, we were there one day and they were practicing. One dude laid it down up into the wall hard. Of course, there's always to go down and watch at the Speedway. You know, they've got the stunt shows and stuff. That's always fun to watch.
Yeah, I've seen those right outside the Speedway there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are always pretty cool.
That's always good. The bike show down on the boardwalk is always fun to go see. And
that'll be interesting to see if they have that because of the. I'm wondering if the boardwalk and everything down through there's washed out.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
Nah, it's probably good. There's also, while you're there, stop by and see that motorcycle memorial.
Right.
All the people on there, yes. That is it's pretty cool to go see. It's kind of sad, but it's cool.
Yeah. So this is the last question I have about Daytona, unless we figure out something else. Since we're talking about things to do in Daytona, what would be your personal, the thing that you would do every single time that you would go to Daytona, no matter what? If you had like number one.
Oh, the number one.
No matter what, when I go to Daytona Bike Week, I'm doing this no matter what.
Well, you got to go to the Iron Horse no matter what. But, you know, you got to go Cabbage Patch and at least watch the coleslaw races. Or not wrestling. But, you know, that's not high. You know, it's kind of low there. But if you've never been there before, you know, and you got time, you got to go at least see that.
Right. Yeah, it was pretty interesting for sure.
But
yeah, I'll do it again. I think I stayed. They just took so long getting that ready.
Yeah, it was like a long day.
They said like 1 o'clock, and I was there at 1 o'clock, and then they took them 2 hours to get the coleslaw ready. And you know, and I was, because they had some stuff scheduled across the street, you know, at the
Cackleberries, yeah. Hey, they got good ice cream there.
And the ice cream, yeah. They got to do the ice cream every time.
Yeah, Johnny. It has the old John Deere motor that makes that stuff. Yeah, the old Johnny Popper motor, whatever they call it. Yeah.
As far as I know, Highway Vixen, I believe they do those every day as long as the pavement's dry.
I believe they do that more than once a day. Actually, There's a schedule. Just when you get down there, you can even schedule on your phone. I mean, look it up, but usually they're probably, I'd say, 3 times a day.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, I'm going to throw this up here for you real quick. Jeff wants to know where is Burning Bike and what day? So I'm going to find this slide I have real quick. I think it's this one. If it's not that one, let me take this banner off here real quick so you can see it. And
yeah, it's not where it's not at them fairgrounds, is it? Or is it?
Yeah, it's the sorry, I gotta look in here so I can read this thing because it's kind of small. It's on Friday,
Yes.
the last Friday of the rally, and it's at the fairground. Yeah, there it is. Volusia County Fairground. Last year it was $10 to get in. It's kind of like what would you call it? It's not really like a fair or
It's
anything.
like the things like Burning Man, evidently. I got to tell you, this past year was the first time that I actually seen them burn. Usually they make a motorcycle, and I've seen a motorcycle before, passing it, and we stop and look and take pictures and stuff, sign your name on it. But I never knew, that they burned that until this past year. After all these years.
Yeah, it took them a while because I think it was wet because it had been raining for 3 days, and all that wood was really wet. It took them almost an hour, it seemed like, for them to get that bike burning.
Yeah, it was a while.
If you're not doing anything on Friday night, it's
worth seeing.
It's worth it. It's worth it because it's like what, 3 stories high. I mean, it's
huge.
Pretty darn up. It's high up there. It's a big old sucker.
Yep. Warm too.
Yes.
Warm you up.
And they keep you probably 100 feet, 150 feet back from it, a good bit, and you can still feel the fire, the heat coming off of it.
Oh yeah. Nice hot fire.
Exactly. Let's see. Hopefully that answers your question, Jeff. I know it's the last Friday of the bike week. Yeah. Pour fireball on that bike. It'll burn. So real quick, and then we're going to talk about your 48 and 48. This is actually, I know we got a few people on here. Hey, I got Eric Lorda on here. Hit that like button. Eric, he's a tech guy for the school district that I work for, and he's got a YouTube channel also, but his is about boxing. So if you're into the real deal boxing, not the UFC stuff, that guy right there, they do a heck of a show, and that's Ringside Reporter on the YouTube. And every time he goes live, I'm always on there making a comment. So he's just, hey Eric, you're on here? You see that? He's a big Bengals fan too. Right. So anyway,
I think Mahomes is going to come through though, huh?
That's gonna be a good game, no matter what. It's gonna be a good game. Anyway, so who out there? I know there's a few of you that was in Sturgis with me this year, and at One Eye Jack's, there's this very pretty lady who, which I did the Kool Whip shots on. I'm sure some of you know who that is. Her name was Tiffany. So, and if some of you may or may not know, is she actually lives in Daytona. And so she works some of those places down there. And I talked to her this week. So at some point, we're going to go pay her a visit. And she is staying at, or I should say working at, the Saints and Sinners, which is at the Destination Daytona. So if you guys, anybody happens to go there, look for Tiffany Starr, and she will hook you up. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah. And I tell you, as of Destination Daytona, the last few years when they set up all them barricades in Woodlandia Park, which was the stupidest thing I think Daytona's ever done.
Yeah.
But, and then they were trying to just force you to go park in their $5 parking. So I spent very, very little time down there on Main Street for that reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I went to Destination, and I didn't pay to park. I went on around the block and on down the street a little bit and parked in this huge parking lot. It was in behind some buildings, but there was a lot of bikes parked in there, and it was free.
Yeah. Well, Destination Daytona, they'll let you park free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They'll put you in and then put you on a little tram and take you up if you're too far out. they have a tram there.
Absolutely, Jeff. Hey, we're going to try to make it a point to where we can get everybody together, even if we go there, because that'll work.
Oh,
if you're talking about the flea market by the Speedway, we're actually going to be staying at the Crazy Horse, which is right next to the flea market.
it's a big flea market down there, that's for sure. I've done that a couple times, but when you're on a motorcycle, you can't go dragging a bunch of stuff home. So it's fun to look at, but if you got a truck, you can go over there and maybe take a load home.
That's true. I'll have my truck down there, so you never know. I've never walked through it. I kind of drove by it and kind of looked over.
Oh, they got everything in there. A lot of non-motorcycle stuff. You know, the same stuff that they set up everywhere. They'll want to say.
Well, Gary, you know that I'm going to be trying to get a video. By the way,
Gary.
She said that she's going to be bringing her props. If you know what that means.
Might be scary.
But you probably wasn't there when I did those shots, did you? But did you see any of the videos?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I watch all your videos.
Okay. Well, I don't know. And what's funny is like Gunner and Gary. They've while we were in Sturgis, they're posting shorts and all kinds of stuff, and I'm at home and it's like December, January, and all of a sudden I've got those videos popping up on my phone, which I never seen while we was in Sturgis.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why it does that, but it just somehow finally makes it to my feed, and it's like, must have missed that one.
Yeah. So, Gary, did you get your fence done?
Oh, if you've seen that video, Jeff, you'll know that she's a cutie.
Oh, yeah.
She's a cutie. Oh, buddy. Crap on a cracker. What's up, Gary?
Uh-huh.
Now you're going to get me all red in the face. I don't know. We can ask her when we see her.
They're like trophies to her.
All right. So anyway, let's get on this other thing here. Let's see. I got to put a different banner up here. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's do this one. All right. So if some of you may or may not know that Dave here, by the way, you might want to visit his. I'm going to put this one up first. He's got a YouTube channel, Dave's Crazy Trailer. Hopefully I spelled trailer right. Get on there and subscribe and watch all his videos. He's been putting some little short videos together. He's
all my videos are short.
He's remade his Crazy Trailer for what, the 7th time? Is this the 7th?
Well, this one's an all new one. All out of junk, and literally I made it just for YouTube.
Just for YouTube?
Yes.
And so what he's going to do is, I guess, leading from Daytona, him and Lonestar Rider, a.k.a. Rex. I don't have his info up here, but maybe you can tell me and I'll try to type it in. But and they are going to do a ride to all 48 states, lower 48. Are you getting feedback by any means? Because I'm hearing something.
No, I'm good. I mean, yeah.
They're going to ride all lower 48 states and to raise money for the awareness and for the cure of diabetes. I'm hoping I'm saying all that right, Dave.
Well, Rex is actually, that's kind of his department. on the diabetes. He's got the site that you can go through for that, because he's raising money for the Diabetes Association. I'm going to help him
Correct.
do that. But
what is his? Do you know what the website is that he's doing this through?
For this trip, it's www.48-48.com.
Okay.
But you can go to Lonestar Rider's YouTube channel, and he has the link there.
Okay, so at the bottom on this banner down at the bottom, it says 4848.com. Would that look correct?
Yes.
It's at the very end.
Yeah, 48-48.com.
Okay, so they can go to that website and they can make donations if they want to, right?
Yes, but probably the best thing to do is go through his YouTube channel. Just go to his YouTube channel, and then he has all that stuff listed in his down at the bottom of his channel. And then you can also understand how he got started doing this.
Yeah, that's Lonestar Rider on YouTube.
Yes.
So I'm going to make a few altercations here while we.
That's fun.
Lonestar Rider. And then I'll put it back up here. Let's see. How's that look?
Yes, that should get you there.
Okay.
If you type in Lonestar Rider on YouTube, he'll come up. Now,
and I'm sure he has everything in the descriptions and everything for you guys to get on there. Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of feedback too. I don't know if I'm maybe too close. Is it too bad? Highway Vixen, Vicky?
Very cold with 73.
I feel so sorry for you. I'll tell you, I took pictures earlier. We it was pretty bad here. I had to go rescue my wife earlier. She got off work, and I had to go take my truck and pull her out off a hill. She was trying to go up a hill, and she couldn't get nowhere. I hear it on my computer. I'm sure it's probably coming from me. I don't know why. It's never done it before. I'm going to turn this down a little bit and see if that helps any. All right. Nope, that ain't doing it. All right. What you drinking, Ratfink? ZZ said hello, G-Rat. Water. Yeah, the mic is on my laptop. It's not even a yeah, I can't. I better not reboot.
Go away.
All right. So anyway, you're doing the 48 and 48.
Yes. That's the plans anyway.
That's the plan. So
well, I got to tell you, because I'm leaving from Missouri, he's leaving from Texas, and the weather's going to depend on exactly how we're going to do this, and we may not backtrack. But if it's snowing up north here, over here, we may have to go down to south, which then we'll end up going back through the same states that we both came across.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the plans. But the 48 days may be 48 traveling days, because we're going to take that break for Daytona Bikeweek. But we may end up having to leave from there and go back and kind of redo some states that we'd already passed through. But that's the plan. It's 48 states in 48 days. So 48 traveling days.
Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be a doozy, you know, because up north here, you could run any kind of weather.
Oh yeah,
Especially up
getting
in
up
the,
towards Maine and stuff. So that the weather is going to be. Let us know what way we're going to go. We're kind of March is probably not a good month to go travel on motorcycles, but hey, we're going to do it anyway. You know, it just may all be down south. But kind of how this all started. Well, I kind of tell you how the trailer got started for me is where we staying at in Sturgis. You know, I'm not really sure this year. I like Hog Heaven, but I can't even remember where we stayed this year.
Kathmandu.
Kathmandu. Okay, both of them are nice. I personally liked Hog Heaven a little better. I think it just seems like it's more quiet at night and not next to the highway, but they're both good.
Yeah.
Shoot, who knows? Maybe I'll stay at the Full Throttle or something again. Which that's always a lot of fun out there, but they're kind of pricey out there too.
Yeah, right now it looks like we might be leaning a little towards Hog Heaven because I know we got a few guys that may or may not. I know Gary's still up in the air on going, and I know that ZZ I think is planning on Hog Heaven. I know Augie, who wasn't there this past year, is going to be. He usually always stays at Hog Heaven. So that's right now until we find out exactly what everybody's doing. That's probably where we'll be.
Yeah, see, Hog Heaven is it's inexpensive for Sturgis because it's less than $200 to stay the whole time, and I mean for Sturgis that's pretty cheap, and it's a nice place, and they got lots of showers, big bathrooms, so. Yeah, Hog Heaven's my vote.
Yeah, they got nice showers. The one thing this might be weird on my part, but I usually got to do laundry, halfway through, my trip there, and Hog Heaven will do the laundry for you. You can just pay a little extra and just drop it off and come back and get it at the end of the day. At Kathmandu, I had to go over and do my laundry, but
I never knew that. I've only done all the years I've been there since 2003, and I've only probably missed a couple times there. One of them was the 75th anniversary. Matter of fact, I was all ready to go, and the first morning we're all ready to leave. My buddy called me. He says, I'm sick. I can't go. Then another buddy was going to go later on, so I thought, well, I'll just wait for him. Then he bailed on me, so I'm like, well, I'm not going up for like a day or two, So that's kind of how that went. But anyway, I made about every other one.
Well, you're there to be on vacation and have fun, Jeff. So it's like you don't want to really spend. I ride from Cincinnati out there, and I got to keep my my all my carry-ons low and not have too much. So I usually bring 2 pairs of jeans, and usually they get kind of stiff after the 3rd or 4th day you're wearing them. So you gotta wash them sometime. So
I've done laundry one time, and that was actually in Deadwood. And as you're going into Deadwood, it's on top of the hill. There's a laundromat right there. It's a pretty nice one, but and that was probably 3 years ago. That's the only time I've ever done laundry out there because I went out there for an extended stay that year. So there you go. That's why I built a trailer.
Hey, huh?
That's why I built a trailer. I can haul more laundry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a trailer, so I gotta try to throw some in my little saddlebag. And
don't pull a trailer; they're dangerous.
They're dangerous. Yeah, Harley doesn't. They don't support that. Void your warranty.
Yeah. Actually, Honda was going to void my warranty too. I just went and looked at a new Honda Goldwing. They said, "Well, we won't avoid your warranty only on your powertrain." Isn't that like everything?
Yeah, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't want you pulling nothing with them.
Harley was going to avoid all the warranty. That was back in 2020.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I'm still riding my Victory.
So, but would Victory void your warranty if they knew you was pulling a trailer? It probably don't matter.
Business. It don't matter.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So there ain't no bike collect warranty from there, but that's all right. You know what, though? It's been a very, very good bike. Both of them has. I haven't had any. Actually, I put a clutch in one that probably really didn't even need a clutch. Actually, I think it was probably more the clutch tensioner than it was the clutch, but I changed it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else you got going on with this ride?
All right. Well, kind of how this all started. Actually, years ago, I was reading a book, and I always like to take my kids everywhere anyway. And there was a book that come out. It was called Head First into America. That was back in like 98. And I always thought, that would be cool to do, to go in one trip, go visit all the 48 states. And of course, it's always been on my list to do for years. Well, I happened to be talking to Rex up in Sturgis. At first, we were talking about how I tell you how I met Rex is I was looking to build a trailer because usually I travel a lot and usually everybody's going to go with you until it comes time to go. And then all of a sudden there's nobody going with you. Mm-hmm. And motel rooms and stuff was getting pretty expensive. Well, I just happened to be on the internet. I was looking at all different kinds of campers and I ran across Rex and it gave me a good idea because, you can't set up a tent in the Love's parking lot. So my first design, I built it off his teardrop trailer.
Yeah.
And so that's actually how I met Rex. And so we've become friends, and that's been, almost 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I guess, because I literally found him right when he started pulling his trailer. So while we were up in Sturgis, I started telling Rex what I want to do is pull my trailer to 48 states all in one pull. And he thought that was a cool idea. Of course, then he kept saying, now, how come you didn't videotape all that trailer you were doing? I said, I don't know. And I mean, I took a few pictures and stuff, but I never did do it. So that's when I decided to actually build a trailer just for YouTube, because I've got the other one still, and pull it in 48 states. And then when I'm done, I may loan it to a museum or something to display, maybe. I don't know. That's a thought. So if anybody knows a motorcycle museum that would like a cool trailer, right, it may be available.
Well, you can take it to I forget the name of that place right off of 90 there. We went in that museum we visited.
Up in Iowa?
No, in Sturgis.
Oh, the one? Yeah, it has the car,
the big green car.
Murdo Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell the difference pulling a trailer? Well, yes, you can tell the difference, but my Victory bikes pull it with no problem. And yes, I really could go 80 miles an hour pulling a trailer. I like to go 65, and there's a big reason I do.
Yeah.
Because my gas mileage on one of my bikes, I get like 42 miles a gallon pulling a trailer doing 65. The other bike, it gets a little less. You would think they get the same, but I think one of them's been hopped up a little bit. And the Sturgis Museum, yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool to put it in there. But I forgot where I'm going with it. Oh, the pulling the trailer. I also run a car tire. A lot of people say, I don't run a car tire on your trailer or on your motorcycle, but most of my pulling when I'm pulling a trailer is straight lines. I mean, yeah, I pulled it down the tail of the Dragon and down at the Pig Trail and a few other places, but it pulls it just fine. Now I had another motorcycle, I pulled it. You could tell it was back there more because it was more struggling, but there was 650 cc's difference. I was pulled it behind a Moto Guzzi sometime. I just pulled it a few times behind it, but it you could definitely tell the difference. But as of the Victory, it pulls it with no problem. And I've pulled it over 35,000 miles in the last 3 years. So the Sturgis Museum would be cool to put it there. I don't know if they got enough room, but
Right.
probably need one of bigger museums. Can't read that.
Says we're in Sioux Falls, I-90 and I-29. If you need a bunk prior to the rally, let us know. We will be heading out on Tuesday or Wednesday prior to the rally, but invite stands for both of you prior if needed.
That's where we met up at, right there.
Appreciate that, Jeff. Yeah,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this past year I was coming across 90 from shoot, I'm drawing blanks. I was coming from the Harley Davidson Museum out there, Milwaukee, and Dave, he comes up I-29 there from Missouri, and it was just, I don't know how it happened like that, but man, no sooner I was getting off to get gas there in Sioux Falls, he calls me on the phone and says, "Where are you at?"
We're what, 2 miles apart?
Yeah, we were 2 miles apart, man. I was at the gas, he was at Denny's, and I said, "I'll be there in a minute." So we headed on down there and cruised into Mitchell before the big storm come through.
Oh, hey, just in case I didn't finish my story on,
Go ahead.
Rex, how this ride got started. So I started telling Rex what I wanted to do, and he goes, "Hey, that sounds like a cool idea. Can I go?" And so it's kind of snowballed from there. So it worked out. But you know what? It is kind of cool that he wanted to go ride that with me. And it's always good to have somebody, riding together. And we have rode together before. We rode across the panhandle of Florida and stuff, heading home from Daytona last year. So it works out pretty good, actually. So hopefully it all works out right.
Yeah.
And I hope he raises a lot of money for the Diabetes Association. He's been working on that 4.5 years.
Yeah, he's been living off of his motorcycle for 4.5 years, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
I don't know how he does it. I was just watching a video he had up there like yesterday or whatever, and in the rain and then fog, and I'm like, man.
It'd be like last year when I was heading down to Daytona.
Yeah.
As I'm heading down, Branson had an ice storm. I guess there was like 2 inches of ice on the road. And my buddy that I was going to go see, he says, "Don't come this way. Don't come this way." So I kind of skirted that, and I got down into Arkansas. It got dark, and the roads were all wet. But the temperature just kept dropping and dropping. So I got stopped at a truck stop. I had to fill up with gas, and I just happened to look at the weather and the radar, and they were having snow and an ice storm not very far down the road from me. So I stayed there. The next morning I woke up, and my camper looked like a refrigerator inside and outside. It was all ice covered. So that was a little chilly night, but
wow.
Yeah. And the next morning, all the trees along the highway were all ice covered, and a lot of them had actually lost branches and stuff from the weight of the ice. But
So you don't have, I know a lot of people probably don't know this. I know you don't have a heater in your little trailer. So how do you keep warm on the cold night?
I have a heat blanket, a 12-volt heat blanket, and a pretty good sleeping bag. But what I'll usually do, because I also have a solar system and a battery system there, but the battery really won't run the heat blanket all night. So what I do is I warm it up, get in, and then if it gets cold in the night, I'll plug it in and warm it up again. But it usually works pretty good. And a lot of times, especially in the wintertime, I'll take an extra comforter with me, or blanket. or I have to stop and buy another one. And usually you have to buy a kitty blanket there at the old Target or something because to get a twin size. But that's happened to me like 3 times.
Wow. Yeah, you'll probably be having extra blankets on this trip because you'll be going up north.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Triple D wants to know if we hold our breath when we drive through Atlanta.
I try to avoid Atlanta. I've been through there enough times. You go, hey, you got to stop at the Varsity there in Atlanta, get you a hot dog. What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? See, I've been there.
I appreciate that, Jeff. I know that I don't know exactly what day Dave's leaving, but I know I'm probably I'm not really sure, but you're probably going to be leaving probably around mid or early afternoon on a Tuesday. And I can usually make it to, what is that, Davenport, Iowa, before I have to call it a day. But I can usually, after that, I can make it all the way to Sturgis on the next day. But we'll see. I don't know. No plans are in stone yet for Sturgis.
Yeah. Usually, like when I'm going up, most of the time I can do it in one day.
How many miles are you from Sturgis? Because I know you're there on the west side of
maybe 800 or 900 miles. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, but it depends on what time I leave. If I leave early in the morning, I can get there in one day. If I don't, then the last few years, especially pulling a trailer, like last year, we were running that storm. That's why we stopped and stayed.
Yeah, because it was coming across there.
Yeah, it hit too.
Yeah. What's up, Darren? By the way, real quick, I'll probably announce it again before we get off of here, but you see Darren's Harley vlogs in the comments here. Next week, he's going to be my guest, and he's going to be making it down to Daytona this year, and we're going to be talking with him. And I'll go ahead and tell you now while you guys are on here. As you, some of you may have known, this team right here won today. So we will be visiting Kansas City next weekend on Sunday at 6:30 p.m.
Well, come on to Kansas City. I'll meet you down there.
So we're probably next Sunday night live. I think me and Darren's Harley vlog have already talked, and we're going to do it on Saturday. So this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. is going to be next week's live, and then we'll just move on from there. Let's see. Crap on a Cracker, Dave wants to know, how do you keep warm while you ride?
I do have a good riding suit that I wear, and I've got a heated seat and heated grips, but I always didn't have that. But I've had the riding suits since about 2005. So they're Moto Guzzi riding suits, and they definitely work good. So that's how I stay warm. But I've rode, like the one year we left, it was 18 degrees when I left. And it didn't get above 30 all the way down to Nashville.
So what kind of gloves do you wear?
If it's really, really cold like that, I actually have my old military gloves with liners and stuff in them.
Okay.
And there's been times that, I'll put hand warmers. Well, I used to put hand warmers in my gloves and in my boots. But really, that's been a while since I've done that, especially now that I've got a heated seat and heated grips. But I don't have a heated riding suit, plug-in one.
Yeah.
But
what about your boots?
I just wear, I got Red Wings now.
Okay.
Just Red Wing boots.
I didn't know if you had anything special.
No, I used to have Harley boots I wore. I still got them, but No, like if it gets really, really cold, the ice storm in Kentucky and Tennessee, that may have been the year that me and Big Bob got in a blizzard south of St. Louis. We were heading down. It was kind of funny. One of our other friends, we just happened to pass, and they were going to motorcycle races. We get off and get gas. We all kind of met there, and there was a Denny's there. So we all went in to eat. Time we come out, it was a blizzard. And so we went, there was a motel next door, and the next morning there was slush on the highway, and all it was 2 rows of tracks, and you had to stay in the tracks. It just kept heading south until we ran out of the snow. That was an adventure riding that time.
I bet. So during your 48 and 48, what are you guys going to do if you run into some weather like that?
Well, if it's something like that, we'll probably just get a motel room right there. I mean, we're going to try not to, but I mean, it could snow. It's happened before in March.
Yep.
So in April, I mean, we'll probably run into some rain and stuff.
I'm sure. 48 days, you're going to run into something.
Oh yeah. We're kind of planning for that. Butler Trailers work out pretty good to get out of the weather if you need to. I mean, there's been some times. The first time I went down to Florida pulling the trailer, when I ended up in a rainstorm like you wouldn't believe, and I pulled off at the rest area actually that night, and then it cut loose. So I just ended up staying the night at the rest area there. And the next morning there was a big accident. It happened that night, and they were still cleaning it up. It must have been some diesels that spread their cargo all down the highway, right by the trucks, right by the rest area. So
that's crazy.
It's probably good I got off, because I had just stopped. I bet I wouldn't stop 20 minutes when I heard all them sirens. And it was literally within a half a mile of the rest area where I was at that they crashed.
Wow. So it sounds like you guys are going to have a heck of a trip.
I think it'll be fun. I hope we make it.
You're going to record a lot of it, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll probably post something every day. It's always fun and interesting. Actually, a lot of people ask me, what are we going to do? Tires or whatever. Well, kind of my plan, here's my plan, and I'm sure, is we'll do the half over here, and then I'm going to stop by Missouri and probably change my tires and change the oil and all that. Matter of fact, I ordered a new tire. So this is a little 411 information. Mm-hmm. I ordered off eBay. Before I ordered it, I said, what's the date code on the tire? And they sent me back 12 of 19. I'm like, well, a 12 week and 19, that's still a good tire. It's actually a run flat car tire. Mm-hmm. Shows up 1912. That means the 19th week of 2012. And then I'm getting my money back, but it's like, how they knew what they were doing. They tried to pull a fast one, but I don't know if any even tire shop would put that on, or even a car, let alone a motorcycle. Yeah. They won't put it on a motorcycle anyway. I have to get that done, but a tire shop will not do that. But anyway, so they were trying to pull a fast one on that deal.
So do you got your Buc-ee's lined up?
Well, yeah, you can't stay at Buc-ee's all night.
Oh man,
yes, I've stayed at Buc-ee's.
I know there's apparently a lot of people that are really sold on that Buc-ee's, man. I pulled into one. Let's see. I think I was in last year on my way to Florida, down there to Daytona. And that was a mistake if you ask me. I pulled in there and I was like, what in the world is this place?
Yeah, the one at Daytona just opened up. Well, last year.
100 gas pumps and and I'm paying cash, so I have to go in had to walk 3 miles to get in the store. You know,
That's all the goodies, right?
I was like, yeah, that's it for me.
You didn't pick up no Bucky's Nuggets?
I got out of there quickly. Hard Rock, Hog Rock in June.
There you go. Hog Rock in June.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if Dave can swing the June one also.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. That was your first one too, right?
That was my first one, yes.
Yeah,
hey,
that was
I
interesting.
give up Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta this year to go to that. So there you go.
And I heard that the June one is way better than the one in October. Hey, Darren, you need to get on Amazon and get you a little 2-person 3-season tent. Get any kind you want, but as long as you can get one where the outside cover goes all the way down to the ground, you'll be golden.
Yeah. I've tented a lot down there actually in Florida. Stayed in motels, stayed right on the beach. I've done a lot on that. Bucky's overrated. It probably is.
Hey, it is what it is. Well, you know, then you can bring your 2-person tent, and then you know, things can be kind of cozy and tight in the tent. Yeah, I like my tent.
Yeah, you need about a 4-man tent.
Yeah, they can make they make like a 4-man 3-season also. I would make sure I would get like a 3-season of some sort. That way you get your whole tent covered with that shield on the outside.
And check it out before you go.
Yeah,
I'll tell you my tent story.
Huh?
I'll tell you my tent story. That was the first rally I ever went to. And they said, oh, yeah, we're going to tent and all this stuff. And so I went and bought a tent. I didn't open it up or anything. I get to the rally, and I opened this tent up to set it up, and it was covered in mold. Somebody had probably bought the thing, used it, put it away wet, sealed it all up really, really nice, like it never been opened.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
so I'm stuck in a tent covered in black mold.
Yeah, I get it. You know, when I bought that tent, I set it up in my living room to, number one, really just to make sure, I could set it up right, you know.
Yeah.
And then fold
Make
it
sure
back
everything's
up.
there.
Huh?
Make sure everything's there. Yeah, that
Right,
was
exactly.
You know, I used that tent for years. I brought it home. I was on the fire department. We had big, huge washers and dryers, for our bunker gear. And I put the tent in the washing machine there, the big old huge washing machine, and washed it. And then I used it for years. And then, of course, then I changed that one out. I guess I've only went through 2 tents since 2003.
Yeah, Darren. I think it's time to move on from that condo tent. I'm still trying to figure out how you got that on your motorcycle.
Big tent.
You remember that big old tent he had? It was like a family size 12-person tent or whatever it was.
I think that was an apartment building, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Cool. So what are we leaving anything out for this 48 and 48?
Anybody got? I think we're good. Like I said, go to Rex's channel, Lonestar Rider, and he's got more on the donation part. I'm just along for the fun and the ride.
Yeah. Lone Star is all of the sponsored money for this is going to him so he can turn it over to the diabetes.
And actually, it goes directly to the diabetes. Well, it depends on how you pay and go through, but most always it goes directly to the Diabetes Association through his sites. And so he doesn't touch the money or anything. So it goes directly to them. Because I know that's a question I've actually had before. Somebody's asked me, and that's why I said the best thing to do is just go right through the site. That way it's counted for him, for his goal. And so, he's trying to raise almost $100,000, and he's actually raised over 20,000, which is pretty good. So hopefully we can, double that at least.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Do you guys have any scheduled stops along your 48 days to promote it?
To promote it?
Or, maybe to raise money while you're on your journey, or
I know he gets on newspapers or radio sometimes. I personally don't know that, but I mean, we do have some stops scheduled, not a date or anything, but stuff that we want to do on the way. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Well, I want to go to the Mammoth Caves there in the Kentucky. And then we'll probably do the Dragon's Tail, stuff like that. I'm not going to make it where we're just to get there. I like stopping, looking, and, smelling the roses, they might say. I like looking at stuff and seeing things. So, and eat good food.
Right. Yeah, there's a place there. I think it's called Robinsonville, maybe. Tennessee, North Carolina.
Oh, that's where the Dragon's Tail is. Yes.
Yeah, it's on the south side, and I'm going to draw a blank on that place to eat right there. There was some guy who owned it, and it was recommended to us. And I'm not going to remember the name of it.
Yeah, if anybody's got somewhere that they want us to stop at, you can get on my channel or Rex's channel. Just leave a comment, and if it's on our way, I won't even say if it's 50 miles out of the way, we may go 50 miles out of the way just to do that.
Right.
Or we can change course. We're going to be very, very flexible.
I think it's 120 dealers.
Oh yeah, for the 120th anniversary, Adam Sandoval, yes.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when he's doing that, but he's definitely going to be doing it. Supposed to go to, he said, at least 2 Harley dealers in each state. But he's going to be hitting 120 to, raise money for veterans.
Yes. I don't know how many know this. Adam Sandoval is actually who named my trailer. By accident, probably.
Named it? Yeah.
He's the very first person to put a video out on it. And he said his video title is something about Crazy Trailer. So the name kind of stuck.
Right.
And you would not believe when he first put that video out and I was driving places, I had people chasing me down going, "Hey, I seen this on YouTube." It happened a lot.
Right.
So yeah, I have to give him credit where credit is due. He is the first one to do a video and name my trailer for me.
He'll get you out there, that's for sure. You also
got last time I checked, it had 16 or 17,000 views on his channel.
You also got a Venmo. Don't you got a Venmo?
I do. You wonder why? Why do you got that on there? I don't know.
He's got a Venmo on his trailer, and every now and then he'll get a few dollars for gas. So he needs to. He might need a few extra dollars for some gas money on this trip. I'm going to look up real quick the name of that place down here, see if I can find it.
Okay.
down there in Robbinsville.
You know, my daughters want to talk me into putting that on there. The funny thing is, a lady drove from where I live to Denver, Colorado and back and made over $3,000 on a Venmo deal. And she just had it scribbled on her back window. It said, Venmo, it's my birthday. Venmo me a drink.
And then she made a bunch of money off that. I think you were telling me.
She made a bunch of money off that. I haven't made that kind of money. I probably made $10. Actually, and I give $5 of that 10 because the guy that a kid he asked for some Venmo money, and I looked him up, and he was probably in like high school, and he said, "Your trailer's a piece of beep." That's where the dung beetle come in.
The dung
and
beetle.
He wanted some money, so I sent him $5.
If you all seen his the thumbnail I put on this for this video, he's got that his logo on there of the Jetson mobile pulling a dung beetle.
Because it's a piece of crap.
Right.
It's rolling artwork.
It's
or a piece of crap, whatever you want to call it. It serves my purpose fine. You know, it's funny. When I first built it, it did not look like that at all. It actually, looked normal. Whatever normal means.
Right.
But yeah, it was normal. I had to give it some flair.
I'm going to be able to find that place. Place used to be a. It looked like might have been like one of those old drive-through kind of restaurants, and I can't remember what it's called.
I know there's a place right before Wheels Through Time.
No, it's not near that though. This is down in Robbinsville. Yeah. This is we stopped there. I can't find it on here. We stopped there and ate coming out of Sherahala Skyway.
Okay.
Because we did a loop, me and my friend, and went let's see, we came from, I guess I want to say it's west to east on Sherahala Skyway, and then we stopped at that place and got a burger. And then rode past that dam that they had in the Fugitive. I think they call it the Fugitive Dam or something like that. I can't remember what they call it.
I don't know that I've been by there. Maybe, but I
yeah, it's just maybe a couple miles from where the Dragon gift shop and all that is. Yeah.
Oh, well, then I've probably been by it.
Yeah.
I know last time I was through there, because I was going to go to the national park there, and it was all closed down. The gates were locked. Wheels Through Time was closed. They're not open. I don't think they open till like springtime, but I still pulled the trailer through the Dragon. They say it can't be done.
Oh, yeah. Through the Tele Dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, there shouldn't be no problem doing that. It's not that bad.
I did have some idiots pass me.
Oh, yeah.
Going stupid crazy. And I'm like, I'll just be seeing you on the next corner. But overall, it wasn't too bad.
Fontana Dam, yeah. A lot of them call it the Fugitive Dam, I guess, because apparently there was a scene in The Fugitive that somebody, I think it might have been Harrison Ford, was jumping from the dam. No, nope. Not Habit Burger. At least that's not what it was called when I was down there. Yep. So you're going to take your cruise, and how long are you going to stay in Daytona?
I'm not sure exactly.
You're just going to wing it?
I don't know if we'll be there the whole bike week, but I get off the cruise the same day that the bike week starts.
On Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Or maybe Saturday. I don't know. I can't
remember.
It'll be sometime in there.
Right. And you're going to tell the family, see you later, and and then head to Daytona, huh?
Yeah. Yep. We'll be shoot. By then, I'll probably be in Orlando. For a while. We'll have to see, and then we may go down to Key West. See, we're thinking about maybe doing the Four Corners also in this whole ride, which means we need to go to Key West. So,
and
we'll have to see.
I know what I want to do one of these days when I go down there is I want to take maybe an overnight. And we got Lonestar on here.
All right.
And I would like to ride down there to Key West, and because I want to ride over, from Miami to Key West.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ride.
I've done it in a camper. That's all I've ever done. I've never done it on the bike. Yeah. That's what I want to do.
I've done it 3 times on motorcycle down there. What's up, Rex?
It's not. Oh, I'm sorry. You have your Cowboys. I'm sorry. See, my Bengals already played, so.
And Chiefs won too, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Cowboys win?
What time is it? They started it. It might be over.
Well, that's Rex. He's watching, I bet you.
Hey, Rex, we were talking about your 48 and 48. San Francisco is winning 16-12 with almost 7 minutes left.
They could pull it off. The Dallas that is.
Yeah, that Share-Hollow Skyway is something else. I mean, I personally think it's probably one of the, between that and what is I'm drawing a blank on the other road.
You're getting like my brain.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I'm having senior moments a lot more now. I can't remember. It's on the west side there.
Blue Ridge Parkway.
What is it?
Blue Ridge Parkway, maybe?
No. I think it's a parkway, but it's on the other side. Blue Ridge is on the east side. We're Cherokee and all them. I don't know. I'll probably think when I get off of here.
It's a long ride.
Hey, Lonestar, it's totally up to you, but if you want to pop on here for a second, because I know that we were talking about Daytona, and we were also talking about the 48 and 48 that you and Dave are going to do. And I didn't know if maybe you want to take a few seconds and tell everybody a little bit about it. Let me know if you're interested. I'll throw the link up here. Actually, I can probably even text it to you real quick.
I think that'd be a good idea. He's the one that just put that 48and48.com together. Mount Rushmore is pretty hard to beat. It's pretty cool.
All right. I'm going to text it to you, Rex. I'm pretty sure I still have your number.
So if anybody gets a chance, speaking of Mount Rushmore, the first weekend of June, you can walk up on the Crazy Horse Monument. That is a cool thing to do. You need to put it on your bucket list. But they only do it once a year, first weekend of June. It's called the Volks March. And you get right up there to the face of the Indian.
Which one are you talking about?
The Crazy Horse Monument. I said something about Mount Rushmore. That's good to see the light show there at Mount Rushmore at night. It's pretty cool. But to walk up on the Crazy Horse Monument is pretty awesome. To get right up there underneath the nose.
Yeah, I'm not done that. There's a bus that you can take that takes you up right next to it, but I've never done it on top.
Yeah, they only do it once a year.
Oh. That's a pretty good ways there, Darren. We're going to get how much fuel do you think you'll use going through 48?
Too much.
Probably.
A lot. I have no idea. Yeah, I can't wait till I get out. Of course, we're probably not going to spend much time at all in California, but we may end up going to the southern part if we do the 48. The Four Corners, because you kind of got to go down to the south corner there. But yeah, where that gasoline is.
Is there markers kind of like there is down here in Key West for the Four Corners?
In Minnesota there is, and
so there's not one up in Maine.
Yes, Maine has. Excuse me, not Minnesota. Maine. That's what I meant. Up in Maine there is. It's called like the Four Corners Park. And then of course you got the Key West southernmost point, which is really not the southernmost point, but it's a southernmost point you could go to.
So there's not one in what is it, Washington or California or whatever?
The one in California, I think you go to the post office there. You got to take a picture and all that kind of stuff. It's part of the Iron Butt rally. They've got one on there. I don't have me an official Iron Butt anything, but I've done numerous 1,000-mile days. So.
Well, he just popped up here, but I don't. There he is. All right, here we go, everybody. We got Rex from Lonestar Rider on here. He's going to talk about the 48 and 48 days ride and what you guys can do to donate for the cause. So here we go. Rex from Lonestar Rider on here. He's going to turn the volume down. Hopefully he doesn't freeze up on us.
Yeah, he's down in Galveston. He's down in Galveston?
And what you guys can do to donate for the cause. So here we go. Rex Rider on here.
Hello, I'm fixing my mic. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, but your video is frozen. We can hear you.
Are y'all there? No?
Yes.
We are here.
Okay, we're good. I'm froze up. Well, it's not the best internet here in Bay City, Texas. So
you left Galveston, huh?
No, I'm just west of Galveston, Bay City.
Okay.
So tell us real quick about Yeah, right now you're doing good. Okay. Tell us about your ride.
Okay, 48 and 4. I basically
you're locked up.
Yeah.
I asked Dave if we could base this off my charity, and he said, sure. So we got a website, 48-48.com, and you can pledge any, starting at $1 would be good. And if you can do
wow.
All locked up.
Spinning there.
Log back in. Or try your phone.
All right. Did y'all hear all that, or did that just go to the voice side?
No. Didn't get much of it.
Okay. Well, Dave knows all about this.
Okay. we talked a little bit about it.
48-40.
Yeah. So
that's where it's on your screen there.
Yeah, look at the bottom and tell me if that is the correct.
Well, it looks
web
like that
address.
I'm not doing any good here because my wheels are spinning. So I'm going to hop off.
All right. Hey, put it in the comments to make sure we got everything.
48-48.com. Yes.
Y'all have a good night.
Thanks for stopping in, Rex. Put it in the comments. There we go. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
All right,
I'll
we're
give him
almost at an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him a few minutes, maybe drop it in there real quick, and
That's
then we're
probably
gonna call it a day. I think I covered everything. I can't remember. I mean, I can't think of anything else. I throw a couple slides up here of some things that I found that are going to be happening during Daytona. This is the Tropical Tattoo bike show.
I have never been there.
I like to try to go to that.
I know it draws a crowd and a half, but I've never been there.
You know what? You say you know what?
I said it. I know it draws a big crowd.
Oh yeah,
but I've never been there.
Yeah. And real quick, I'm going to try to do this real quick and see if it works. Bear with me in case I do a Lonestar here. All right, let's see. Can everybody see that? Can everybody see the web page here?
I'll have to go back and look because I can't see
probably.
it.
Okay, well,
I'm blind now.
Real quick, I mean, I looked up before we got on here today that this is Dirty Harry's on Main Street there in Daytona. They've got a band, a list of bands and times along with their wet t-shirt contest and the times, which you might be able to see a video or two of me, videoing the wet t-shirt contest. I'll just go scroll through this kind of slow. I'm still waiting on a lot of concert times and stuff like that. Everybody wants to do concerts. I usually try to go see Hairball at Broken Spoke, but we'll have to wait and see when those days are. As you can see, Dirty Harry has the wet t-shirt contest every single day, about 5 times.
A bunch. Yeah.
A whole bunch. They really like it.
Hey, there's a guy that's got a band, and I don't know if he was there. I don't think he was, but he's called Cold Hard Cash. And it's like watching a Johnny Cash concert. He is so good. And he talks just like he's Johnny Cash in a concert. And but if you get a chance, like I said, I don't even know if he's going to be playing this year, but if he is, put it on your list to go see.
And is that at Dirty Harry's or is that somewhere else?
No, it was at when I seen him, it was at the Iron Horse.
The Iron Horse?
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't know that that was probably maybe 3 years ago that I seen him. But yeah. I think he probably plays more than just right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like a little Johnny Cash. We'll have to see what bands they have.
Yeah. When he does his concert, he is like he is Johnny Cash. He talks about, I wrote this song back, whatever. I mean, his whole concert is just like watching a Johnny Cash concert. It's pretty amazing, actually.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. All right, Lone Star, you didn't put your info up here. I think we did cover everything, but so yeah, we're going to try to finish this video up. This coming Saturday, the video is going to be on Saturday at 8 p.m., which that should be, I'm sure there's going to be a football game on, but mine's on Sunday, so that's why we're doing it on Saturday. So hope you guys decide to tune in, and we're going to have Darren's Harley vlogs on here, and we're going to talk about him going to Daytona and how he's going to get there and all that fun stuff. So thank you, Dave, for your time. I appreciate you. It's always great to talk
thank
to
you.
Yeah, it's always great to talk to you, and I can't wait to see you down there in Daytona.
It'll be fun. We'll go hang out.
Hang out. That'd be cool. But I'll see everybody Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
That would be 7 o'clock my time.
Yep. 7 Central. What is it? 6 Mountain.
6 Gary time.
5 Pacific. All right, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in, and I'll see you Saturday.
All right. Go Chiefs.
The battle is on.
The battle is on.
See you, Dave.
All right. Take care. Thanks.
Yep.